Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Postal 2.
Shut up and take my money!
My name's Axyl from Hate Me Gaming, and here's why you should be playing this game. Postal 2 is a first-person shooter released by Running with Scissors in 2003. Set in the fictional town of Paradise, Arizona, Postal 2 has the player taking the role of the Postal Dude, a tall, thin, red-headed man who quite simply hates his life and everyone around him. It doesn't help that Paradise is also inhabited by douchebag assholes who are just as likely to put a bullet in him as they are to stop and say hello.
Here's one for your mother! Ow!
As the Postal Dude, married to a woman he hates, soon to be fired from his job as a game developer, and living in a crappy trailer, the player is tasked with simply attempting to survive a week in the life of the Postal Dude, with objectives ranging from cashing his paycheck and picking up milk, to returning a library book or getting that burning sensation when he pees looked at.
Now the flowers will grow.
Throughout the course of his week, the Postal Dude is constantly provoked by the other residents of Paradise, giving him the middle finger when he asks for signatures on a petition, getting mugged, attacked, arson attempts, armed mascots,
Yo kids, I'm Krash.
parents against violent video game protesters, along with local law enforcement and a terrorist cell, all do their damnedest to get in your way. One of the factors that really sells this psychotic satire of the American dream suburbia is the living open world that's present here, a tongue-in-cheek simulation that is the off-kilter town of Paradise. NPCs live out their lives completely separate from the actions of the dude, walking around town, buying groceries, drunkenly dancing in the road, cops arresting or harassing civilians, even engaging in random shootouts. The location of Paradise, its deeply unhinged populace, the dude himself, all components of a greater machine, topped off with ridiculous amounts of weapons and other methods of death, ranging from an infected cow's head that explodes into a cloud of noxious spores inciting crowds of vomiting onlookers, to a scythe ripe for harvesting heads, a lump hammer perfect for bashing in skulls, pistols, molotovs, shotguns, assault rifles, knuckle dusters, hell, even a shovel. Fans of Duke Nukem 3D will immediately recognise and love the mighty boot, featured here as well. A quick keystroke of Q and up comes that foot, making for a far more manly door opening, or kicking a severed head down the street, only for your dog to decide now is the time to play fetch and bring it right back to you. Then, there is your dick. To quote another excellent review of this game, your dick is powerful. Simply hit R and down goes the fly and you're ready to start lassoing urine around the place with reckless abandon. Hurl a golden streak at the face of another paradisian and they'll start retching and vomiting, or they'll whip out a gun and start blasting you, which, let's be honest, is a perfectly reasonable reaction. The player is also able to douse someone in gasoline, flick lit matches at them until they catch fire, unzip and pee the flames out. Pull out a taser and you can shock someone until they drop to the floor in the fetal position and wet themselves. Yet another fine opportunity to unzip and add your own personal hosing. The game features a cameo from Gary Coleman, who appears as himself in the early stages of the game when the Postal Dude is tasked with standing in the huge queue of fans at the mall for an autograph, as well as an entire sleeper cell of terrorists who all appear to look like Osama bin Laden, which many fans of the game theorise to be a satirical spin on America's media portrayal of the Middle East, and what with the rest of the game's obviously over-the-top hold a mirror up to its style of satire, this rings entirely true. Having been successfully greenlit on Steam, this 10-year-old title has also recently been updated to include the expansion Apocalypse Weekend, as well as a whole host of other updates, tweaks, fixes and improvements, which is also testament to the game's independent developers Running with Scissors' loyalty and devotion to their product. The original Postal, which is also available on Steam, was a top-down isometric style shooter, with arguably a darker feel to it and less of the off-the-wall humour the sequel offers. Also, the Postal movie, directed by German director Uwe Boll, is based entirely on the world shown in Postal 2, not referencing the original in any way.
Got to be fucking kidding me.
Featuring competitive multiplayer as well as the expanded A Week in Paradise campaign, which was the original release merged with the expansion and 68 Steam achievements. There were going to be 69, but RWS had to drop one at the 11th hour, quote unquote, spoiling all their fun. This decade-old title remains a solid shooter, although the actual shooting and firearm mechanics are decidedly janky. A wildly offensive, satirical statement, a video game that has a cult following and the continued support of its creators, and has even aged relatively well, though the more graphically focused gamers out there may not agree.
You won!
When I asked Running with Scissors what was next for them, after the rather unfortunate tale of Postal 3, released but widely regarded as across-the-board awful, even RWS have pulled it from their own store, they simply replied, "Watch this space." I know I will be. Fly unzipped and health pipe at the ready. From me, Axyl, and the rest of the casting crew here at Hate Me Gaming, I really hope you've enjoyed the video. Chuck us a like and a comment if you've got anything you want to let us know, and we'll see you guys in a while.